Hey, what's up? This is day 7 of my 90 days in video challenge. So if you don't know what this challenge is all about, go check out one of the past videos. I typically talk about it in the beginning of every video. So if you don't know, check out one of them. Now, I'm Karthik. I host the Design Your Thinking podcast, and I do a lot of other stuff, including creating courses. Teaching in general is my passion. Today, I want to talk about something that's very, very important because the last 3 years I have learned so much about entrepreneurship and being a solopreneur that I really think a lot of us try to overdo something so much looking at the bigger entrepreneurs out there that I really want to talk about this, which comes down to the very truth about scale. You don't need to scale or build everything to scale. You don't need to do everything that can be scaled. Scaling is not the fundamental of building a business. And this truth is something I got to know more than a year into being a solopreneur. And what am I really meaning with all of this? Let's keep it straight. Say you want to launch a business. Say you want to launch a podcast. You don't need to have all the tools to actually scale your podcast to 100,000 listens. You don't need to be able to have a system that can actually bring in 10 guests a day so that you can put them across a series of mails and get them on an interview. You just need to be able to get one guest and talk to them and interview them. You just need to be able to get one listener in order to actually have a show. You don't need 1,000 of them. You don't need a system that can bring 2,000 listeners at one shot. No, we just need to do one thing. I mean, be able to do something that will get you people on the first place. I really like the way Paul Graham, the founder of Y Combinator, talks about this. Do things that don't scale in the beginning, because that's what gets you what you want. If you want a listener, get one listener. If you want one listener for your show where you're going to talk about cooking, get your mother to listen to it, or your sister to listen to it, your wife to listen to it, your friend to listen to it. If you want somebody to actually be a guest on your show, get one person. If you're interested in one person, in talking to one person and having that conversation recorded for your podcast, get that one person. Focus on that. Don't try to focus on getting, how do I actually get people who are like influencers in this topic. No, I did this. I did this mistake early on, not with podcasting, but when I was actually trying to build another tool. But I did something smart in hindsight when it comes to launching my podcast, which I think I should be proud of. I still remember back in 2006 when I had to invite guests on my show. I was nobody. Nobody knew who I was, especially in the podcasting world. And more so, nobody wanted to. At least I thought this way. I talked about the imposter syndrome yesterday. Go check it out. And I had this feeling that nobody's going to show up on my show because who am I? And I still remember doing this one thing which actually got me guests, which is I recorded one video. Well, actually, it reminds me, being on video is not a new thing to me, but I remember how hard it was for me to actually be on video. But coming back to the point, I recorded one video for every guest that I wanted on the show, and I sent them that video as an invitation. You might ask, like, is it going to, like, you will not be able to do it for 1,000 people? Yes, I can't. Well, I can't, but I did, and I did manage to get a few guests. I remember recording over 50 videos, or not 50, I think less than 50, somewhere 30, 35 videos. And I remember getting 5 or 6 guests just from that video. It's not that they saw the video and said, yes, I want to be on a show, I was able to make a connection, and that led to a few conversations, and finally they were on the show. Similarly, there are so many other things that I've tried in the last few years that's actually worked. I mean, you might ask in hindsight, like, how crazy can you be to do it? Now, today I tried something else. Today I tried to create a WhatsApp group because I realized everybody is on WhatsApp than on email. So why am I asking people for the email to subscribe to my newsletter and try to send them my podcast episodes in a newsletter? Why not write into their WhatsApp messenger? So I asked people if they want to jump on a WhatsApp group. So people did. And lo and behold, I already have a group which has probably more than 25, 30 people. And can it scale? I don't know. Well, but I do know I have 30 plus people inside the group right now waiting for me to send my episode to them every time one comes out. How cool can that be? Now, this is one message I want to get right inside your head with this video. Please don't think about scale. Please don't think about how can I do this for 100 people, 200 people. Just do it for one person. Just do it for 2 people, 3 people. I think that's so important, because once you try doing that, what I realized through my own experience is you learn so much. You learn so much through that one experience that you probably would be in shame if you did it for 1,000 people and realize, that was a bad way for me to be on camera. Well, I did it only for 30 people, and that's okay. The rest of the people didn't know how bad I was on camera. So I think the point here is, please do not try to think everything in terms of scale. Scale is not the fundamental building block of whatever we do. It's connection, it's human, it's one-on-one. Well, that's a different topic for another day, but I think that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today. Please build, no matter what you do, build something that don't scale. I mean, do things that don't scale. That's all I have for today. I really hope you were able to resonate with this message. And if it did, please leave a comment, share this video. It's a lot of courage that I've kind of mustered to be able to show myself. I just got back after putting my son to sleep, and I felt so sleepy that I realized that I was like thinking, no, I'm not going to do this video. Great excuse. But hey, excuses are not a part of this game. So again, thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, please subscribe to the if you're watching this no matter where, if it's on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell icon right next to it, so that you know the next time I put a video. If you are seeing this on Facebook, like the video, share this video with your folks. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening, and till I see you tomorrow. Ciao.